Fast, 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 faster. Call someone. Doctor, help me. Don't you understand? I can't remember.
I suppose it doesn't really matter. One place is as bad as another to lose your memory in. But this joint, well, there aren't many other stops on the way down. You feeling better?
May I get dressed? Not even an initial?
Well, some expensive labels. Brooks Brothers, Bergdorf Goodman, shoes, courtesy of Delman's Fifth Avenue. Do you remember buying them?
Maybe I borrowed them. Or stole them.
Maybe.
I haven't let myself think. I can't shake a feeling. But what I mean is, I seem to remember dreaming a fearful dream.
Go on.
I was alone, trying to close the door. Trying to close the door to a dark room. Somehow I knew that in that room there was something horrible, some fearful thing. Yet I couldn't move the door more than a few inches. I tried with all my strength and couldn't. Some force was holding the door from the other side. And I knew that if I didn't, something awful was going to happen.
Well, I'm sure it'll be all right. You better get dressed. I'll let the others in.
Well?
Oh, she's scared.
Oh, nuts.
I wonder how you'd react waking up a complete stranger to yourself.
Hey, Sergeant, who's gonna pay a tab? Guess. Oh, come on, this ain't the world if I can't afford.
Mister, you can't afford to open your mouth.
Hey, wait a minute.
I know a couple of people who'd like to know who you're paying off to keep this crummy place open.
Be careful, cop. This is a licensed, respectable hotel.
Do you always let kids like this in without luggage?
My nightmare. It's got a soft top.
Uh-huh. Who registered for?
She did. 1:30 a.m. Dolly Madison signed the register.
Well, what do you want? We do the kid a favor. Let her sleep it off, and you make with the insults.
Was she drunk?
So I hear.
That's not true. I couldn't have been. I don't drink.
How do you know?
Oh, I just know, that's all.
Well, do you remember?
No. I just know.
Honey, I heard you were 30 feet off the ground when you danced in. Who you think you're kidding?
Take off. I'll see you downstairs.
Look at this.
Football tickets. Baker Field.
Stubbs to Columbia Army game yesterday in New York.
Oh, you think they're hers?
Unless you dropped them. The room was vacant between the end of the game and the time she checked in.
I wonder who the other stub belonged to.
If we knew that, we'd know who she is.
Donna?
No.
Dolly?
No.
Dolores?
No.
Dora? Doreen?
No.
Dorothy?
No. No.
Edna?
No.
Edwina?
No.
Elaine?
No.
Eleanor?
No.
Eliza? Elizabeth?
No.
Ella?
No.
Ellie?
No.
Elsie?
No.
Enid?
Paperwork.
Ernest?
Ah, that's the Army for you.
Francine? Frederica?
I want you to hear something.
Elsie?
Not now. Wait till it comes to it.
Enid?
Thought the newspaper would help.
Emma?
Oh, she read the entire story of yesterday's game without it registering. I know more about Columbia's backfield than Red Grange.
He played for Illinois.
Eugene?
You know what I mean.
Oh, by the way, I just got an updated missing persons list. No description of her. Well, I gotta take off.
Wait a minute.
Can't.
Francine?
Wait. Shh. Here he comes.
Frederica? Georgia? Geraldine?
No.
Gloria?
Did you notice?
Glynis?
She hesitated a little on Geraldine.
Huh? She did it the first time, too.
I'll leave you to figure it out.
That's enough, Phil.
Good. I'll be mumbling names in my sleep. Oh, I was going to think I got a harem or something.
Everybody's so cheerful.
Well, how should we act? After all, nobody died.
How long before I go to the hospital?
In a few minutes. I'll take you over to Bellevue. They're expecting us. Who's Geraldine?
I don't know. I hesitated, didn't I, when he read it?
Your name?
No, I'm sure of it. As sure as I can be of anything.
But it sounded familiar.
It made me catch my breath, sort of. As if my heart skipped a beat.
Why are you afraid? Is it a fear that you won't remember?
No,
Well, then what is it?
a fear that I will.
By Tuesday morning, the case of Jane Doe, number 286, had been turned over, and I was busy with other things.
Excuse me, Casey. Where's the girl?
What girl?
Our latest Jane Doe. Still at Bellevue?
Yeah, as far as I know, why?
Take a look at this. It came in late yesterday. Well, it could be a coincidence.
Yeah, but I think it's worth a look-see with the girl.
So do I. I'll call for a trip downtown.
Where are we going?
Westchester County Hospital.
Dr. Ross, one of his surgeries.
Late Sunday, while Bellevue was admitting you, state troopers found a girl behind some shrubbery on the highway south of here.
Dead?
Well, almost.
But who is she?
Well, they don't know, but she's in pretty bad shape. She hasn't regained consciousness. Apparently, she was hit by a car. She dragged herself to the side of the parkway.
Cancel that, Casey. The doctor says she wasn't hit. According to her injuries, she was pushed or fell from a car traveling at terrific speed. Listen to this. 11:40 Saturday night, State Trooper Michael Cummings, Barracks, GD, State Police, etc., etc., spotted a 1956 Chrysler convertible heading north on the Hudson River Parkway, etc. Here it is. Estimated speed, 105 miles per hour. He lost it a half mile from the Connecticut line. Radioed ahead, but they must have turned off.
But what has this to do with me?
There were 2 ticket stubs to a football game found in your pocket. Number ending in 58 and 59. This girl had a stub to the same game, number ending in 60. In the lining of her coat, there were the initials G-R-W. G. Geraldine?
Here she comes. Third operation in 48 hours.
Jerry. No, I'm all right.
Who is she?
Jerry. Geraldine, my half-sister. I'm Elizabeth Wilson.
What happened Saturday?
Jerry, she's a junior at Barnard. I came down for the game. She's dead.
Just now.
What happened, Elizabeth Wilson? What happened Saturday night?
I don't know. 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 I don't know.
You feeling better? Can you continue?
Yes.
I gave your mother's cabin number to Sergeant Necchio, the department will radio the ship.
Too bad her winter has to be ruined. She hates the winter. She won't like having to return to New York. Even though it's Jerry, not me.
Your mother's name is different from the one you gave us as yours.
I kept my father's, even though they'd been divorced for over 12 years. My mother changes names like gloves.
Seemed very bitter for 18.
Poor Jerry. We had a lousy Christmas this time. Oh, not with Mother. Just the two of us. Of course, we're welcome wherever Mother happens to be in December. But the only holiday Mother ever really celebrates is Bastille Day. It's so chic, you know. And after all, it's nice and warm in July. Poor Jerry didn't remember her father. Oh, he came after mine. Didn't last as long.
Radiogram's on the way. She docks Naples on Saturday. She won't be here for a week. Oh, Lieutenant says back to Bellevue for Beth, I mean.
Something is always dying, you know. Not only
What'd
the
she say?
The doctor said it might happen.
idea.
Yeah, what about Saturday?
Oh,
I don't know.
Miss Wilson, what happened after you left the game Saturday?
Saturday. Saturday's like looking through fuzzy blue light. Everything so fuzzy. So slow. I can almost hear the moon turn.
Miss Wilson, don't you understand? You may be in serious trouble. You're linked to a vehicular homicide.
Oh, Jerry. It was so slow the evening. Much too slow for someone like her. Jerry was pretty wild.
Oh, no. I just learned his sister was an honest student. Quiet and serious. Beth is the wild one of the two.
Well, no. Why did she say her sister was?
I don't know.
Here's that info you wanted.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Well, what's up?
I was sure I was onto something. I'm still sure.
Incidents of arrest by precinct. Narcotic. You think there's a narcotic gang?
Oh, I could be wrong. But the things Beth said started me thinking about everything being so slow and fuzzy Saturday night. Slow motion. She said she could hear the moon turn.
So maybe she reads poetry. Her sister's autopsy didn't turn up a thing, and she was examined, don't forget. No needle marks. Not a sign of snow.
I'm thinking about something that wouldn't leave a trace.
Marijuana.
You know, a woman once told me that she She could hear the flowers grow. She could see 100 miles. A kid once told me he could float out a window. Tried to prove it.
She had a hangover. Yet she claims she doesn't drink.
That dream of hers about the door, a dark room, a rushing wind. Adding it all up, I'd say that Beth was in that car that night. That there was someone else. Maybe even a fourth person. I'd say that Beth saw her sister die. But she won't let herself remember. The next day I took Beth to the university campus. In my purse was a list of student hangouts. The answer to Saturday night had to be in one of them. Couple of Cokes, please.
How long do we keep this up?
I'll let you know.
Might as well play some music in self-defense. Something makes me nervous.
Well, it's quite a selection.
You pick something out. Something soft and soothing.
Moonlight on the Gallows. I don't believe it.
I don't either. Hickory Dickory Rock. That sounds worse.
Oh, here's one, an old Ellington recording.
Which?
B10.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a good one. And it's got a crack in it. All you can hear is clickety, clickety, clickety. Click. I've been in here before.
I guess you have. When?
I don't know.
Try to think.
I am trying.
Was it Saturday?
I don't know! I'm doing the best I can. Can't you understand that? All you can do is poke and dig at me.
Now, you listen to me. Late Saturday night, a girl was fatally injured. The hard facts are these. Someone was responsible for your sister's death. We want to know the circumstances surrounding that death. If helping you get your memory back does that good, if not, we'll look somewhere else. I don't mean to sound cruel, Beth. But there are many shadings to the word homicide.
Hello?
Kenny!
Say, what are you doing in New York? I've been calling that stupid school of yours since Monday.
Ken Davidson. We were with him Saturday night. Ken, what happened? Where did we go? What did we do?
Hey, Beth, what's wrong? What's the matter with you?
She doesn't remember anything that happened before Saturday. She's drawn a complete blank.
She kidding?
I'm sorry.
Were you with him Saturday, Ken?
He was. I know he was. Oh,
What?
he and Jerry. They had a fight.
Hey, say, now, what is this?
Sit down, Mr. Davidson. Let's talk.
Well, what's she been telling you?
You sound worried.
Well, I have no reason to be.
Hello, Earthman. You look low.
Like, buzz off, Billy. You're talking to a cop.
How drunk are you?
How high the moon? Larry? Hey, Larry, let's go, man. The city gates close at midnight. Cinderella's the watchman. And she looks like Marilyn Monroe. La belle dame, son. Anything. Merci.
He drinks quite a lot, old Bill does.
Does he?
Say, listen, I don't know what this is all about.
You own a car, Ken?
A car? Sure, I own a car. A convertible, why?
What make?
Chrysler.
Let's go downtown, Ken.
Now, listen, ma'am. Can't you tell me what this is all about? I got exams tomorrow. I got a lot of studying to do.
You got a good excuse, Ken. You can tell him you're being held for questioning in the death of Geraldine Wilson. You better not flunk that exam.
Do we have to go so fast?
I don't call this fast. Do you, Ken? 50's crawling, isn't it?
Oh, please, why don't you believe me? I had nothing to do with Jerry's accident.
Accident?
Look, it's past 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been telling you for hours I wasn't in the car. I loaned it to them. She's got to remember, I wasn't with them.
Maybe you remember, Ken, when we get to the place where they found her. Well, we can understand that the drug had a hold of you like a devil whispering in your ear, telling you to do things you never would have done if you hadn't smoked marijuana. We're going awful fast, aren't we?
Not that fast.
You'll tell us what happened, Ken. Where you bought the reefers? Who was driving while you and Jerry were sitting in the back seat?
Look, I tell you, I wasn't there. I didn't go along.
Tell him to slow down, please.
Faster. Faster.
But look, there was no reason, no motive.
Marijuana gave the reason. The weed that slowed the world down, that made 100 miles an hour seem like you were standing still. Tell us how the world slowed down. How you were drifting, floating with no room for anger. How you reached over and unlocked the door like this. Pushed slowly up in the handle and then harder against the door. Now, Jerry,
I was driving. We'd all smoke them. Only Ken wouldn't go along. And he and Jared had a fight. And I was driving. And talking to Jerry. And she kept saying faster. And she asked me why we'd stopped. And she said she was going to stretch her legs. And I looked at the speedometer and it said 110 and I laughed. Because I knew it had to be wrong because Jerry had gone for a walk. And when I stopped laughing again, I was driving alone. Only now the wind was loud through the door. Where'd you get the reefers, Sonny? Where'd you get the stuff that made all these dreams possible? He doesn't know. I bought them. They cost $1 a piece. I thought it was a cheap price for a new experience.
Well, me for Ho. Oh, if my wife kicks once about the kids on the block or the school ruining the kids, I'll let her know about the other side of the tracks. So long, Casey.
So long, Steve. Who is to blame? The man who sold her the reefers, did he kill her? Beth, who gave them to her? The mother who didn't love her? Well, case dismissed. Dismissed. Will Beth ever forget that Saturday night? Well, that's an understanding she'll have to search for. And it may take the rest of her life.